Okay, and that brings us to our Friday game on Saturday.
For Saturday game?
Yeah, well, it's still the Friday group.
Yeah. But it's a Saturday game.
We occasionally make, if we have enough time to plan things out, we'll make arrangements so we can still do stuff.
Yeah.
It's when we have last minute changes that it makes it very hard.
To fit everyone in, yeah.
Mainly because we always end up with things on weekends for all of us. Okay, so this may be the last in-person one for M for a little while.
Yes. Yes.
If I come out the kitchen. Maybe. Oh no, well, as I said, like, due date's next week, and if the doctor agrees about making it inducing, will probably be 2 days after.
Which means you'll most likely have the bob by next game.
Pretty much.
Yes, you will.
Even by next Pathfinder game too.
Wow.
So yeah, like Tuesday or Wednesday,
Wow.
the week after.
Very exciting.
Very
It
exciting.
is.
So when do we get baby's first dose?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea.
You can
So
get plush
you've got
D20s.
to get the big ones because otherwise everything goes in the
No,
mouth.
I meant the plush D20.
Oh, the plush, yeah, the plush D20.
So if you're going to get the baby some dice, you get them plush dice that they
In
get
the
used to.
beginning,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
That's
then they just chew up dice.
yeah.
And get them things like plush dragons and plush beholders and stuff like that.
Yes. And plush Cthulhu's. My grandson bought a few of those.
Yep. We've got, and then we've got also all my million toys and Josh's million toys
Yeah.
and all our Pokemon and
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to be short of
Any choice.
So she's going to grow up knowing Pokemon before she knows her ABCs.
Probably.
Probably.
Not a bad thing.
No.
But these days they have on the ABC, they have a kids channel.
Yeah.
And it's the one who's not even 11 months old. He's been watching since he was 2 months old, and because he's really bright and he just observes everything, and he he's. I think it's really
ABC
beneficial.
Kids is really good. Josh turns that on for the kids at work.
Well,
when they
yeah,
come in.
it's really beneficial. Yeah.
Well, it's see and learn.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, and that's it. That's what they're teaching them, and he especially used to like all their number ones, but it shows them 1, 2, blocks, but it actually starts subtraction and addition and stuff, and he loves it. He's there like, ooh.
And it's all the colours too.
It is. It's the colours,
It is.
but it sinks in too. I'm sure.
Oh, it does. And while you get them, while they're developing, the more the interest they have in learning, the easier it is for them to learn.
Exactly.
And that's why they're moving STEM into like early primary schools now, because
Yeah.
it's just so much more engaging for kids.
Yeah. Rather than leaving it till later, when they're really develop their taste
like
and
already
not
bored of school.
exactly. Well, that's exactly.
I can
right.
remember classes going back to preschool, so...
I don't remember early preschool flashes, but more from like year 3, 4.
Depends on how much I concentrate, but I can remember being in the classes and what the classes did and the various things they did.
Me too.
And
But then I remember back to when I was like 1.
I don't.
I know most people don't. Most people don't remember under 5.
to be able to do that, you have to have over your lifetime chosen to remember.
Ah.
Because if you don't choose to remember when you're young, you don't remember.
Okay. I just always wondered because I thought everybody did, and then I discovered no, most people don't remember past.
It is a
5,
very.
and I'm like,
And most people can't remember short-term things either, or
Yeah.
conversations or stuff. I can't remember names, numbers, or dates specifically.
Yeah.
But I can remember conversations and what they were about,
right.
and what the outcome
Come
was.
Wow. Yeah. See, it's different ways of thinking, isn't it?
And I'm normally associated with event feelings
Yes.
than with
yes.
A specific fact.
Same here.
This
Same
is
here.
what
See,
they consider
I
very
remember
emotive.
a few things from even under 1, but not, they're not real specific. But yeah, after I was 1, I remember a lot.
Yeah.
So but it's more related with smells and feelings and what I
It's very
saw.
emotive.
Very. Yeah, very.
Okay, so now that we've had that little introduction of everything at the start of the game,
Little aside.
we'll have the introductions at the table with Stefan, who's half asleep because he's going, I saw we're playing a game today. Just teasing you.
I'm playing.
Yeah, who am I playing today?
Yeah, which character?
The Disney princess.
My character's sheet still says Emdrak, but you know.
It's technically not a lie.
It's not a lie. It's just confusing.
Unless you start adding cake in there.
Yeah. I'm playing Shofa, who is a angsty Disney princess. And yes, lots of shenanigans, lots of mockery and singing.
Which has worked out well. And then we have Sue, who's in person again today.
Yes, I'm playing Kandu. She's also a princess, but she's a warrior princess.
She can actually swear.
Yes, I'm trademarked. So
She's very strong-willed and strong-minded and strong of body as well. She's 6 foot tall, but she's very determined to sort of go her own way. Not go her own way so much as that she can quite take care of herself. So, and she usually is very impetuous. So if people aren't going to do something, she'll just go and do it instead of standing around talking about it and things like that.
Which means when you haven't been here, she's done similar things to that while you haven't been here, including walk off on the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that looks interesting.
Yes.
Well, they turn around and where's Camdo?
Where is she? She'll find us eventually. She's really good at that.
And sometimes it's wait for the screaming.
Yeah.
Just follow the screen. Oh, there's
Follow the
Kandu.
screaming people.
And then we
Follow
have
the bouncing ball of blood.
M.
Hello. I'm playing Sol. I am in the middle of a midlife crisis, I think, with this whole scenario. Because apparently, well, I don't technically have two gods, but I kind of do. I'm marked by another one, but I still follow my original god, so that's kind
By
of...
Gorm.
Not by Gorm, by... Ooh, actually, which one was it? It was the wizards, which were...
Ethengar.
Samagaris, that's right. So... Yes, I have a little... It's a moon that's kind of tattooed burnt onto my hand.
Bit of both. Magical burning. It's always fun.
Yay, magical burning. Just what we were like.
At least it wasn't magical sex change.
Yeah. Yeah.
We already have that in the party.
Yeah, no. My life goal isn't to become every gender and race. Unlike somebody.
That's right, Holmes got bingo.
You're just trying to try all the classes.
Yeah, no, I've got well, one I can't take at all ever again, and I currently dual cleric and wizard, which is turning out interesting. So yeah, getting there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can definitely say you're not min-maxing.
No, I'm definitely not min-maxing at all. My stats are awful and all over the place.
Well, they're the perfect stats for a ranger.
Oh yeah. I think I think yeah, funny. Yeah. I think the only saving grace is the circle of wisdom I have. Now I just need one that boosts wisdom as well, and it'll be set for a little while.
Why not collect all 6?
I mean, I also need con, so I don't just always die like I do. Well, not die, but fall down.
Go for the dwarven belt. You can get a beard as well.
What? But become my brother sister thingy.
You can have a better beard than Emtrak ever had. Whether you're male or female.
Ooh, that's tempting. Just to rub a little bit more salt on the wound there.
Pretty sure I never got to keep a bit anyway because the damn goat beat me.
Yeah. But still.
I'm sure it was saying it was helping.
Sure it was.
But who was helping remains to be seen.
I'm sure it's still not more salt on the wound, so. Just a little bit.
I still think the goat's going to turn up later as the archvillain.
Oh no, there's no doubt about it. There's also your mum, and the fact that we still need to repair your forge, and all that debacle with a mountain full of dead things and vampires and yeah.
I'm sure it was all planned out by the goat.
Oh,
All
probably.
planned out.
Oh, probably.
Well, you did wish for it. It's amazing what wishes can do to people.
Yeah.
The whole be careful what you wish for is always true in my games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Stefan's fallen for it twice.
Yes, I have.
And online today we have Ross.
Yes, I am playing Yodri, the halfling swashbuckling nanny, the guardian of Pilfring, the green child of chaos. If you leave him to do something, he's going to do something weird or dismantle something.
Well, he's always seemed to have achieved what he set out to do. Thus, you have no idea what he set out to do or what he's achieved.
Fair enough. I know eating utensils is one of them, and making them into
No.
sandwiches.
He doesn't eat them. He just modifies them.
He uses his teeth to turn them into strips of wire.
Yes, it's still technically eating. He just doesn't swallow.
Mm-hmm. That's quite a talent to have. So we also have 2 characters who will be in a bit later. Josh and Ariadna with their characters.
Hello. I'm at my game.
What is the day today?
Today is the
okay.
24th. I know because I have a diary in front of me.
is Saturday,
I'll come
not
around
Friday.
and
Mhm.
see what you both want to do. Okay?
July. Where the hell is my July
Love
gone?
you, bye.
Baby
No.
house.
Baby house.
Once you add those two
Scary-
together,
Scary things.
there's not really much else you can do.
Spent like a week. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was pretty much just sleeping all day and all night. So that was like most of my week gone as well.
I've had the COVID shots and they've made me exhausted.
Oh, they would.
And then I find out COVID has a lot of similarities to fibromyalgia.
Mm.
Really?
So it's a good thing I got the shot because I don't think I'd want an advanced form of what I've already got because it would just compound,
Ooh. And the fact that Sydney is still
getting worse and worse.
getting worse. And then I saw a news article earlier that they had a protest today at like lunch. So they're going to get over like 200 cases within the next day or so, I reckon. It's just so stupid. Like they're protesting lockdowns, but you're now inevitably making your lockdown longer.
Look, this thing about staying apart is bad. Let's unite and spread it.
Yeah, no masks, no social distancing, all yelling in each other's faces. A great way to spread the most spreadable disease we've seen in 150 years.
And also one of the deadliest.
Yeah. Especially the Delta variant. Anyway.
So, fun and games.
Hmm.
Okay, so the recap of where we are. We are currently in the Lost City,
Yay!
which is a old D&D module, really from the setting, and it's actually set in Yalarum, where I put it. So,
That kind of helps.
yeah, it's actually quite amusing. I've managed to maintain a 5th edition version that has rebuilt the story and have done it in such a way that it fits the setting and the storyline we're doing. And I did put some notice onto Facebook today pointing out that you guys are going above and beyond the Call of Duty as being the heroes. You are sent to investigate and report on things. You've decided to try to solve the problems at the same time.
I don't think we were trying to solve them. We're just trying to find out more of the mystery, I think.
Well, you found 3 of the cults who described the 4th cult. So, about the only thing you can find out more about the 4th cult is to actually fight them.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say find them, but not. Okay.
Because you've had 3 complete different discussions of what the 4th cult was.
They were all pretty much the same. These guys are bad and they want to kill everyone. Not really
Yep.
kill everyone, but force the actual end of the earth. But anyway.
But as far as these people are concerned, the Earth has ended because everything outside them is desert.
Well, in their little slice of earth, I guess, in this pyramid that's buried under tons of sand.
Well, I'm sure from their perspective, if they can't see it, it doesn't exist. So the world is flat as far as they're concerned.
Those flat earthers.
Yes. I still love the Flat Earth Society that has a website that has members all over the globe. The fact they actually have that on their website is hilarious.
Oh yeah. And they also tweeted that out, and then someone replied to that tweet saying, "Read that again, slowly."
They would read it and not notice the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I know, but it's still hilarious.
And then they'll say globes can be flat.
I found this really hilarious thing which had like the solar system and it had everything else round like the sun and all the planets and then Earth was flat.
Oh god.
And they were like, this is what flat earthers believe. The Earth looks like, and they ignore all the other planets being round.
The original flat Earth concept puts Earth at the center of the solar system and everything else revolves around Earth. But when you actually put that into a pictorial diagram, it doesn't make as much sense.
No, this one had like the sun and then all the proper like layout for the planets, and just Earth was this way.
Flat. Oh, God.
And I thought, oh, that's brilliant.
Well, it's what happens when you compare science to belief. When belief says that science is wrong.
Yeah, but the fact that they were pointing out that they don't care about all the other planets being around, it's just Earth has to be flat.
Well,
Okay, guys.
They see pictures of the round thing. What I'm surprised is they don't just make these discs that are facing us, all the discs faces.
Yeah, yeah.
That would make more sense.
Exactly. Well, they don't think very logically, I think.
No. You get a whole lot of different things that when you look at the dogma in total doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so they take one tiny little thing and cling onto it and say, this is my belief, this is my belief.
Very true. Like most religions do.
I didn't want to go down that and actually state those things, but I do have many examples of them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to poo-poo anyone's religion or religious beliefs.
No, exactly. But
Because everyone has a right to believe whatever
that's
they
it.
like.
That's it. That's true. Yeah.
All you can say is, the dogma can sometimes be wrong.
Just getting back to game. How much hit points do you have me down as currently?
I have you down as 20 out of 35.
Okay, well that's about right.
I have Chauvel down as 49 out of 60. I have Camdu with 1 hit point down.
So 49 out of
59 out of 60.
60. That's it. Yeah.
And that's all the damaged people because Shofar with her harp of joy didn't manage to actually get hurt.
Yeah, no, she just hid behind doors and then vicious mockery things from like around corners.
Exactly. When necessary, I'll sing with angst.
And
Just so that there's no act beat to for you to sing for his supper.
Yep.
no, we're gonna kill the beetles and get beetle juice all over ourselves. Great.
So when you said that, I had visions of Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice.
Rather than.
Did I mention I did that innuendo kind of thinking that?
I don't mind. You didn't mention it, but it was fantastic.
Yep.
Though, to be honest, I've also used the rock band Beatles every now and then when I refer to Beatles. A group of Beatles playing cards turned out to be a rock band. Especially when one of them was saying "Hey Jude" to the others. And it took my players about a few minutes to actually figure out what I'd actually done to them.
Oh, come on.
Hey, it was the same group that were doing the same module layout encounters without knowing they were doing the same module 6 times in a row until I told them to compare their maps.
Oh my goodness.
And that was me as a 12-year-old.
Nice.
So just because you don't recognize half the things I throw in front of you doesn't mean it's because you don't know it. It's because sometimes I do change things just enough that it is not recognizable.
No, but the amount of music song innuendos we do here.
Josh absolutely adores them, so I keep trying to throw more and more in there for him. The more exhausted he is, the more I try to throw in.
It shouldn't be too bad today. They had a 1-0 win against their opponents today.
Oh,
so-
good.
That is very good.
Well done.
I would also like to point out that I have updated the magical items for people. So you can actually look at the magical items and see what the original item was for every item. Because I have modified every item.
Oh.
And that makes a difference because originally items are either one-use items, doesn't require attunement or attunement only.
Oh, okay.
And I've made every item, they have a standard power and an attunement power and also a racial power.
Okay. So my armor of gleaming.
Armor of Gleaming will actually be up here. I haven't put that one in there yet, but I'm
Okay, cool.
doing it slowly for...
No, that's okay. Cool.
I'm currently I've done everything up to D in the Dungeon Master's Guide, and most of the common items came from Xanathar's Guide, which is my next pile of stuff to go through.
Cool.
And when I saw, I've also been adding in the rarer items as well, so people can see what I'm doing with the items, because the common items didn't have a huge deal of power, which is what they're supposed to do. The uncommon items had a little bit more, but it was more about the variations they could do. And then the rarer, very rare, and legendary really started messing with the other rules I put into the game.
Yeah.
So all the rules start crossing over a lot more.
So something the thrift globe was updated again.
It has the original version in there as well, so you can look at it. Your version hasn't changed,
No, yeah, okay.
but you can reference it and see what the original concept of what the drift globe was.
Yeah.
I thought that would make things easier for players to have some idea of what I'm doing.
Yeah. I think it had somewhat of its original text in there, and then like what my modification was. And I think I have to put up.
Well, they have a base item at the top now, which is my modified version that all instances have,
Right.
and then every magical item you find has modifications based on that original base item.
Cool.
So you'll never find two of the same item. You should never find two of the same item. And then at the bottom of the page will be what the original DMG version is. So you can compare and see what you think of it. Because I've been asked quite a few times by various people online, is that the original version? Stop people asking.
So it just goes to show, yeah, the original and the changed, all the modified sort of suit.
Have you guys started?
Yep, we have started.
Oh, you sound like you're having general conversation.
Well, I've been explaining some of the things I've been doing with the magical items so people understand and don't miss out on stuff that I've done for them.
Sorry,
Especially
I don't
considering-
make so much noise if I realised you were.
Especially considering I updated 5 items for Ross.
I'll be over there in a couple of minutes. I'm just fixing the meals.
So his bag of fluffy things is now actually called the bag of summer yearning.
Bag of what?
Summer yearning.
Okay.
So in summer the bag creates more powerful objects.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
In winter it creates weaker objects.
Okay. Are we in winter or summer?
You are currently, I believe you're in summer.
We're in the desert. Does it make a difference?
Okay.
It does. Let's see, where are we? We are... Actually, you're still in winter.
I wondered.
Yeah, you're at the start of winter. Third month in is spring, so you're just into spring.
Just started.
Yeah,
Okay.
the third month is spring.
Nice.
They sort of overlapped with Northern Hemisphere's
Yep.
seasons.
Not that we can tell what season we're in when we're.
In a desert, underground.
Yeah, true.
True. But, you know.
So from Ross's perspective, the bag doesn't change its effects at this stage.
Okay.
But when you get past another 3 months, they have an extra hit dice
Oh, cool.
and do an extra +1 to hit and damage.
Nice.
Whereas a couple of weeks ago in game, they would have had 1 less hit dice and done 1 less to hit and damage. To say that the creatures like coming out in summer.
Yep.
It's all about making everything unique and different. Without actually punishing people for them. Most people don't travel during winter, so it's not a bad thing in that sense. Okay, so you are in the tier 5 of the pyramid. You had just interacted with a cat after climbing down into a room and finding yourself in a square box without doors or windows, only a ladder going up. Found a secret door, went in there. Found a cat and a bed and a far door. Found a secret door, went in there. Decided to open the chest while a tapestry behind the chest fell and tried to eat the paladin. Then someone came in and stabbed the drapery while it was all over the paladin, also stabbing the paladin. Because when you actually pierce something, if it's surrounding something else, there's a good chance it will go straight through and hit the thing inside it.
Oh dear.
The same.
I actually managed to hit a no, I missed the first one and then I hit the second one. I think I still didn't kill it though. But
And luckily, it wasn't one of the other games who has a fear of curtains, because here's yet another curtain that fell on someone. It seems to be an ongoing theme in the story. So the drapery was an intelligent creature.
beware the drapery.
Yeah. Well, there is such a thing as a ghost and a ghoul that's made out of cloth that drapes.
Didn't we also came across a ghoul
Banshee.
banshee?
Yeah.
Did we kill it?
No, but it killed. You actually destroyed the banshee after it killed your hyena pet that you summoned from somewhere.
Oh, that was Ross's, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trap detector.
It failed to detect any trap because it walked right past it multiple times.
Yeah.
No, I'm the only one that set that off because literally my dice hate me.
It took 3 times for it to actually set it off.
I know, but like if there was going to be anyone who set that off, it was going to be me. I mean, let's just put it out there.
Embra?
Why would I set it off?
You've just got that luck.
I'm too busy singing.
I have to be honest, the Disney princesses had a lot more luck than Emdrak ever did.
Well, that's because she's got fame and everything else behind her.
Oh, that's okay. All good.
Like, famous people have different lives.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Yeah, different requirements too.
And so that was where we finished last session, where you were in the room after dealing with the drapery that beat up your fellow party member, after finding a potion you put in your bag, a pile of coins you put in your bags, some chainmail, and a dagger.
No, didn't I identify that potion as a potion of invisibility?
That
Or
is
did
quite true.
we got another one? Unless no, we only got one potion, I think, and then I identified it.
Yeah, potions of invisibility are quite expensive items.
And actually, I labeled it before I put it away because I took the time to humana.
Unless it was actually a cursed potion.
Does identify that?
No.
It's still labeled potion of invisibility for now. Before I put it away.
If you reach in your bag and can't find a potion of invisibility, it's probably a cursed potion in there somewhere.
Great.
Because cursed potions will look like any other potion in your stack.
Even if they're labeled?
Yep.
But the label will still be there, right?
And the label will be on the cursed one if you've labeled a non-cursed one. Because the cursed one looks identical to another potion in your pile. So when you have a cursed potion in your pile, you have a even chance of pulling out that as the one you want.
Right.
So just to make you feel a little bit happier about sticking potions with the
feel
others.
that much safer about life. Yep.
Well, I wouldn't want anyone to feel too complacent with their potions. Because one of the ways of finding out a potion of what it does is to sip it.
Yeah, not happening. Not yet, anyway.
It's like, will this help us? Not checking.
Not right now.
So yes, we have in the room we have our group of Chauvel, Camdu, Zal, Sofa, Calcrix, and Yodri. So Yodri must be the hero of the group because he has a surname up on my list of people.
Yes, I have. Well, what?
Technically, I do.
Zal should have a last name.
I believe everyone has a last name, but you're the only one I've actually put it up there on screen.
Technically, me and Sofa should have the same last name. Technically.
Depends. Maybe one of you changed their name to protect them.
Well, when I was playing Emdrak, we did, but then
Yeah, I don't know what happens now that you're Sofa, so that's gonna be really
I think it
interesting.
got changed because Sofa's last name is different.
Having the name of different is an interesting name.
Emdrak's was Ironheim or something?
Ironheim, yep. Which is what
So
I have
has the,
currently listed as my
Cat
surname.
decided to come out from underneath the bed.
So technically it's Ironheim.
No, it dragged the food you gave it under the bed and was noisily eating it.
Didn't we get past the fact that this cat is just a cat?
Yep.
And we weren't able to do another short rest long rest because we've just done. Weren't we gonna go down the next big hole thing? We found?
Well, you had a door and you're going to go further into this complex because you had gone down the hole. That was what this area was.
Oh, right.
You found a hole in the floor and decided to go down instead of exploring where you were.
That's right. I think. Oh yeah, because we were in the area where the thing was doing the labs.
Yep.
And we still haven't finished exploring that. But then we found a whole bunch of secret doors and a tomb of basically Alexander and Cleopatra.
So I shall describe the room for you again. This room contains a bed, a table, a chair, a lantern, and a wooden holy symbol of 2 intertwined snakes. The furniture is made of wood. A hooded white robe is draped over the chair. Except for the furniture and the robe, the room appears to be empty. And so there is a door to the south. You found 2 secret doors in the north wall. One you came through originally, and one you found which had the chest in it and the killer drapery.
And we didn't find another secret door in that room, did we?
No.
Yeah, because we figured out that the wooden motif was part of Eusemagaros'
It was Eusemagaros' holy symbol.
school. Yeah. But no person here.
No actual person here at the moment. And it doesn't look as if someone's been here for a little while.
Well, the cat's been fed at least, so it's not going to die straight away. Was there another secret door that we found that we haven't gone through yet?
Upstairs.
But is that back through the hole we went through?
I thought we went through that secret door because I thought that's the one that had the traps in it.
There were more secret doors there, you just didn't go through them.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
okay.
found like 3 or 4, and then we like.
Maybe that's where Camden disappeared. through one of those secret doors.
Yeah.
You came down here with them.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're laughing at. You're probably laughing at Chauvel getting attacked by a curtain,
Yeah.
and how pathetic she is.
Oh.
And
I didn't say she was
someone making
pathetic.
these claims because Chauvel's not here to defend herself?
Yes.
And I believe it's also the same person who managed to stab Chauvel through the curtain.
No, I didn't stab him. That was
Yodri?
Yodri. Yodri came running up with the dagger, not me.
Dagger? No, I was not using a dagger. I was using a rapier.
Oh, but even better. No, I used a flamey cantrip and set the thing alight, basically.
That's interesting.
It was karma because of what he did previously.
That's usually Chauvel's trick.
Yeah. Well, that's why I asked him. I was like, "Hey, what's your fire resistance?" Just checking.
Yep.
Not that that spell actually damaged. It wasn't an AoE spell, but just in case. Just in case it caught fire.
Would have been funny if it had of.
Mm.
So, just to make it interesting, they did have a picture of the creature at the top there.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sue, that was what the creature sort of looked like.
Oh, okay.
And literally that was Chauvel in front going to the chest.
Yep.
Because Chauvel did basically you and was like, ooh, treasure chest.
Let me look,
Gee,
nothing can go wrong here.
Usually, I was going to say, usually Chauvel is much more controlled than that.
No, he's been watching you stroll into places and
And nothing happens.
and nothing happens and got cocky.
Don't
And
worry,
yes.
I've got this.
Yep. And yes, I am saying that because she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll watch it later and comment.
No, probably. He'll be like, hey,
That's not.
I heard that. No, he's gonna walk in and he's gonna be like, alright, what did you talk to me about?
So what would you guys like to do? Do you want to head back up? Do you want to go south through the door that's there?
Let's go south.
South.
Let's say south. Oh, we're down here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back
And for
up
people
then back
listening
down.
later on, we do have an Ariadna in the kitchen at the moment who plays Calcrix.
Sorry. Just
I'll ask the cat if it wants to come with us. If he wants to have more food and that.
The sixes head out from under the bed and stares at you, then crawls back under the bed.
Okay, your funeral.
The amusing thing about Speak with Animal means that they don't actually have to talk to you, just that when they do talk, you understand it.
Yep. And this cat has been resoundingly ignoring both
Exactly.
and Ross.
Yes.
Oh, no, it has been ignoring, just hasn't been talking.
Yeah.
Some form of ignorance, isn't it?
No, it has actually
No,
paid attention.
the cat is being a cat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Whereas the X-Beak is always talking. So you turn on your Speak with Animals around the X-Beak and it's like you're in a room full of many people talking just that it's one thing, the X-Beak. And when you're with the horse, it's both X-Beak and horse trying to get your attention.
Yep.
Look at me, Mum, look at me.
Look, Mum, look what I did. Here's a leg.
look, Mum, no hands.
Literally. No, it's like, look, Mum, here's hands.
Yeah.
Look,
Just hands.
here's an extra leg I found along the way.
Yeah. Here's a spare leg for you.
Just like you taught me. It's like,
It's like, yes, but no, yes. Still working.
okay, so you open the room and it appears to be a combination kitchen and dining room. Though it doesn't look like it's been used in a while. The cupboards, table, and chairs are covered with a thin layer of dust. Near the table, two large snakes with grey, brown, and yellow scales are coiled around the body of a woman wearing a rabbit mask.
Ooh. Wait, live snakes?
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Ross. Tell the snakes we're not going to touch the body. We're just here to look.
Are the snakes actually saying anything?
I presume they look up because.
No, that they do notice you're there. One of them says mine.
Money.
Mine.
Oh, mine. Oh.
Yep, all yours.
Okay. How big are they compared to the person that they're...
If they're
Okay,
pythons,
so-
if they're full-grown pythons, and I'm going to presume huge, well, long. Maybe not huge, but like.
Well, they have a step look, so if I look that up, and hopefully it actually tells me how big they are.
So basically, if we try to take their human or their food, we go into combat. Great.
And you might just like go and chop their heads off anyway.
No, they're not harming us.
But if they've got some poor person there.
The person's very dead.
Okay, so
is it?
okay.
Okay.
Each snake is equivalent of twice as big as a normal person.
Okay, so they're
Oh.
huge.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere near those things then.
So they could quite easily swallow the halfling.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well
Hey,
we won't go near them.
Yep.
Well, they are considered large creatures.
Mm.
So is that all that's in this room?
What they call them, they basically describe them as a 10-foot long snake, has grey-brown skin adorned with textures, knobby protrusions along its thick body. Its forked black tongue flickers from a wide mouth situated on a triangular angled head. That's their description, official description of them.
And there's
And-
two of them.
There are two of them on the table. Got around the
Table? That must be a bloody big table.
It is.
Can we skirt around?
You can skirt around the table, and there is a door at the far end.
Okay, let's do that.
We skirt around and lead them to their very good meal.
Okay.
Presuming dead?
Well, the meal doesn't seem to be struggling.
Well,
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not gonna go up to him.
Are they actually fighting over it, or?
No, they seem to be working together.
Okay.
I'm also presuming because two snakes is also part of Ethengar's
Holy symbol.
holy symbol, that they may or may not be actual messages of Ethengar, so I'm gonna not go there.
And the bunny rabbit mask?
Yeah,
Sounds more like a sacrifice than anything.
Well, no, because they all have different masks. And did we write down what the Ethengar mask looks like?
You did.
I
I did describe it.
It's still in the mask, is all I wrote, but then again, because Gorm had gold, Matarua had the bronze mask, and Ethengar had silver.
And it is a silver rabbit mask.
There you go.
Okay, so you walk past and open the far door. It's also unlocked. Luckily for you, all these doors have been unlocked so far. So, stepping into this room looks like a living room. It contains wall hangings and ornate divans. There are several pieces of stone sculptures in the room, as well as 2 iron statues of warriors on each side of the doorway that you just opened. Several tapestries hang on the walls. Everything is covered in a thin layer of dust.
Beware the tapestries.
Is there any sign of any disturbance in the dust?
Give me a survival roll.
What roll?
Survival roll.
A survival roll.
Yeah.
That's a d20 plus anything?
Plus, either if you don't have it as a trained, it will be wisdom.
I think she has some skill in survival. Mm-hmm.
Where'd it go? Now every single other dice aside from my d20.
Didn't you just? It wasn't in your hand.
No, it's not the right colour.
Oh.
Gotta find the right one
You
for the
gotta find
job.
the right one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to find the right one. There it is. Oh, no, that's not the right one.
What did you roll?
50.
A 50 is quite a high number to roll on a d20.
Oh, bugger it. I'm just going to use that one. I don't suppose I can take the 50. I'm going to die.
What did you roll?
2.
2.
Do I get to add anything?
Yes,
to
you
that?
do get to add your survival skill
Where do you find that?
under skills.
Skill?
Should be under your attributes.
There's a lot of information on here. Armor class, hit point, speed, strength, saving, resistance, weapon, skills. Oh, here we go. Survivor, +5. 7.
So 7. Okay, so looking around, nope, you can't tell if anything's been in here recently.
I ask if Zal can see anything.
I don't think my dice will do much better, to be honest, but...
Hopefully they'll kill you less than mine will.
Oh,
I
wow.
can roll.
Your first...
18 plus 5.
Is that because Josh isn't here?
Probably.
14 plus 4.
So what's mine? 20...
Yours is bigger.
Yeah.
20 something.
So both of you have a look around and you notice that there are little cat imprints all over the place.
Ah, so the cat's been here.
How'd the cat get in here with a door shot?
Cat won't have magic.
Maybe?
Cats have a habit of getting everywhere you don't want them to.
Or the cat's a druid.
There's that too. It's not the first time a player's had a conversation with an animal and found out it was a druid, stuck in polymorph form.
Yep. Well, at least we were nice to it.
Okay, so as you're also looking around, you see that there is another door in the east wall, and so you have the iron statues beside each doorway you just entered, several tapestries, and ornate divans.
What do the statues look like?
The statues look like warriors done up in armor, very similar to what Chauvel is wearing.
Oh.
Mm.
The chainmail or whatever he stole.
Mm-hmm. with
Meat.
curved swords where they're curved back upon themselves.
Oh, like the scimitar.
Kopesh, more like.
Oh, Kovish, okay.
So the long form of the sickle.
Yep. Deadly. And there's nothing else really exciting in this room.
No, you're sort of doing this from the doorway as you're looking in, because no one's actually walked into the room yet.
I look up.
You look up. There's a ceiling.
I walk in.
I look up too, and then walk in.
Sandy's looking at everybody and shaking her head, going, "What in heaven's name?" She just walks in.
Well, they tell you about the last time they didn't look up and a creature was up there and they were walking through it and it then fell on them.
Yeah, they said that. Camden just walks in.
Yeah, of course Kendra just walks in. I'm not surprised by this.
Well, the trap detectors have already walked in. That's fairly true, isn't it there, Ross?
Yeah.
If the trap was going to go off, it would have gone off on the first two walking in.
Well, the last one didn't go off until, what was it, like the 10th time somebody went through?
I know, but that's unusual for most traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, it was guaranteed to be me at that point. Like, regardless. Anyway.
So looking around, the stone sculptures, not the ones next to the door, because there's several pieces of stone sculptures around the room as well, appear very crude. Of some sort of desert creature.
As in, like, poorly made or just old?
Poorly made.
What does the creature look like? Or do we think it looks like?
Well, that is one of those, abstract things that each of you can come up with your own interpretation of what the creature actually is.
Beware the Wobberjack.
And no one actually being the same as the artist. I thought it was a human. This person thought it was a dragon. That one thought it was an ant. That one thought it was a giant worm. And then someone labelled it Wobberjack.
Perfect. And there's only the one door in this
And
room?
literally one door from this room.
Okay. Well, I guess we have to walk out that then.
Okay, so opening the door, you see a long passageway of about 60 feet and a door at the end of that passageway.
Okay. Walk down the passageway.
So, Camry just walks down the end of the passageway, nothing goes off on you.
And open the next door.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we need to follow. Because, there's not much else place to go.
So, in this room, it's panelled with wood. So, first room you found that looks this way. And it has a dusty carpet covering the floor. A large heavy desk sits in the centre of the room. Several wooden chairs are grouped north of the desk. Behind the desk is a large plush chair, while behind the chair on the south wall is a mounted lion's head. 4 large painted urns stand in the corner of the room. Finally, on both sides of the north doorway are stone pedestals with stone statues of winged demonic humanoid beasts. These beasts bear wicked claws and fangs, and horns adorned the crown of their heads.
So actual demons.
They look very demonic.
Interesting. So this is like a important meeting room?
Or it's simply the extension of all the other rooms as the like a office.
Okay. Yeah.
So you'd be surprised what people will do when they have enough resources to expand.
Yeah.
Considering it's the first room that's not been just stone.
Well, you've had a kitchen, you've had a bedroom, you've had a dining room, you've had what appears to be some sort of art gallery.
Oh, so this is like someone's like apartment? This is more like an apartment in the thingy. Oh god, not again.
Yeah.
Such a small cat. He must have a tiny tummy. I'm told the tummies are pretty small. He poops an awful lot.
Animals will do that.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's not like my Great Dane used to be and be the equivalent of cow patties everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yuki's bad enough, but she walks when she does her business. So it's not so much that she... I mean, she does, but it just gets everywhere because she leaves the trail.
Oh no.
I can cover the most ground this way.
I thought dogs normally pooped in one spot.
It depends on the
It
dog.
depends on the dog.
And how they were trained as a pup.
She's always done it. We didn't train her to walk, but she likes being clean because she's a big princess. So she walks so she doesn't get dirty.
Well, if someone else is cleaning up your poop for you, really, what incentive do you have to do it any other
Well,
way?
my male Great Dane didn't learn to cock his leg, so every time he went to go pee, he used to cover himself, his back legs with his pee. So he'd pee on his feet,
Great.
and then he'd come up to you, dripping.
Yummy. Yeah, no, Yuki pees like a boy, deliberately. She got taught that by Malibu at dog park.
Oh wow.
But you like, thank you, not.
I mean, two dominant females and this Malibu.
The male came and taught them to do that.
Yeah, the older male taught my dog all her
that's
tricks.
Cool, thank you.
Should be enough to do 3 or 4 rings there.
Yeah, awesome. They're all looking at us going, what? We know.
It took me a moment to figure out what it was.
Secret women's business.
Yeah.
While you discuss what you're going to do, I'm going to go clean up the cat's mess,
Thank you.
because otherwise we'll start smelling it.
Yep.
Oh, you proud you've done that?
Yep. That's him announcing that he's pooped and he now wants it cleaned.
On top of his little pee mountain up there.
Yep. And very soon I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to actually teach him how to cover his own.
Oh, he doesn't do that?
No. The dominant male leaves it for the less dominant people to do, and since Bastion's passed away, he's just stopped. Because Bastion used to always do that. And now he sees us as the least dominant, and I'm like, when my disability is doing well enough, I'm going to teach that cat to cover his bird.
Wow, because that's interesting. Because I used to think my older boy did that, and I thought it was just because I didn't realise it was a dominant male thing. I
We
thought
got
it was
another
because he
cat
was
in the
older.
house that he would demand and beat up that other cat until it basically did what it
that.
wanted. He was very vicious. He,
Oh,
he's
geez. Oh, that's
that
right.
kitten
Remember you
was
saying you were getting one?
traumatized. We kept her for 1 week, and everyone's like, "Give it another week, it'll be fine." I'm like, "No, she's
Getting really.
really, this is not going to end well for her psychologically.
Wow.
We have to find her a new home, and so we did.
Aw.
And so she's with the massage therapist. She's a
Yep.
lovely lady, and basically the kitty became very nice right afterwards.
And her name is Tilly.
Just
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Something does that.
Something played.
I'm sorry to cause you pain, but I couldn't help but point it out to you because I know your perception skills are worse than your character.
What? My character's perception skills are really good. Mine are really horrible.
That's what I said.
Saying.
That's why I said your
Yours
perception
are
skills are
worse
worse
than
than your
your
character.
character.
Car Creature would have gone shiny.
Thanks. I'm presuming you're responsible. For the new veterinary. Yep. Later, do not make me get the water bottle because my aim is really good when I'm in high pain. And you look very adorable when I get you in the middle of your face.
Josh is on his way.
I think he just likes to announce that he's doing something. As now he's running from.
Oh, he knows. Look at that.
So I got attention. Whoops, wrong attention.
You want to give a hug? I'll hug you. You want to smell someone else. Probably you don't want it.
Okay, so looking in the room, you see the 2 statues. You see a desk with 3 drawers and a cabinet.
Oh, I'm going to go over and search the drawers.
Okay.
He's really didn't put you upside down. He's really easy to get.
Oh, buddy.
You are the worst.
Okay, the drawers
So
open fairly easily.
Yep.
Looking in the drawers, they don't seem to have much in them, except for papery sort of stuff.
Actual paper. That didn't disintegrate as soon as the air touched it?
No.
Nice.
Well, you think this place hasn't been abandoned for that long?
It's used. Somebody's using it.
Well, I'm going to presume it was the
Go and look in the cabinet.
That's locked.
Oh.
dead lady that's in the
Does any of this have
kitchen.
lock picking capabilities?
No,
You're-
it's just. I'll
you're-
just
Pull it open.
Yeah.
Jodri
Strength
does,
check.
pull it open.
and I also have
Okay, so
nails.
while she tells Jodri, it's
Can-do has lock picking skills. It's called pull off the door.
Yeah.
So give me a strength check. While she tells everyone.
Plus 3, 18.
So she tells Jodri about how locked the door is as there's this wrenching sound and she rips it off the front of the desk.
Do you cry out, oops, I was wrong, not lock the door?
No.
No, so
Yeah, okay,
no, Camden's just like, I fixed it.
Yeah, so did any traps go off?
Not that you could see, but
Can we hear any rolling stones or anything like that?
not at the moment.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure they'll start playing later. And inside you see that there is a little delicate bottle.
Okay, like a perfume bottle
And does it have like a.
That has shimmering liquid in it.
Ooh, who's that spell? You're a spell person. I'll give it to you. I'll pick it up and give it to you and say, look what I found.
So you realise I then have to spend like another 10 minutes trying to identify.
or are you
it.
doing anything else right now?
That's okay.
Besides that, there's a little sack.
I bounce
I
up
pick
and
up
down
the
next
sack.
to the
What's
Sal
in the
going,
sack?
what's in it?
You can hear a jingling of coins.
Oh, cool.
And then you find another sack behind that one. And then
Yeah.
that jingles too. And there's another sack behind that one. And that also jingles.
Oh, cool.
And then there's a fourth one and it also jingles.
What happened
Oh,
to like
wow.
not looting this place?
Oh, it's okay.
This isn't in a shrine for a god though.
No, this is in the office.
I know, but like in general, we were warned against.
Yes, that's why I haven't taken anything.
And then there's an intricate looking mace behind that.
A mace.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who uses a mace?
No one.
No one.
Oh, but it looks so nice.
It is pretty.
You have
It's
like
shiny.
50 weapons already.
51.
I'm not joking.
52. 50.
I'm literally not joking either.
Well,
I don't-
anyone can use a mace. It just depends on how.
Oh, okay.
proficient they
I
are.
won't pick it up then. But I like the clinky coins.
We got told not to. You got told specifically by your warrior women not to.
This is not a tomb though.
This isn't a tomb. They set in all the tombs or the shrines.
Yeah,
I
not
thought
to
I
the
thought they
tombs
said
or
the
shrines.
whole place.
They said they actually referred to the tombs in the
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, Cam's just going to pick it up and put it in a bag.
Okay.
I have one.
I'll give you one.
Give you one of the bags? Okay, so you've got a bag inside. Seems to be about 500 shiny coins.
They look different from normal coins.
Yes, they seem to be made out. They don't seem to be made out of gold, silver, or copper.
Ooh.
Seem to be made out of electrum. Not something many people use.
What is electrum?
Isn't this the second one of Electrum we found?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really make electrum coins that much.
Are they spendable
They are spendable.
or just shiny?
Did both.
Both shiny and spendable. All coins spend. Sometimes more or less.
A coin to the floor.
Your coins to the floor.
Coin to the floor.
Actually,
I'll get it later.
it,
Very corny.
even though it says casting time a minute, and
Casting time is a minute if you have it memorized and using a spell slot.
Yeah, but I don't. It says 10 minutes.
Because it's
isn't
10
it?
minutes, yes.
It's I'm gonna burn through like all my spells.
You can burn through your spells very quickly, and then it's like, I need a long rest.
It's
Okay, we're going to
only
have to
a
wait for 18 hours to have our long rest.
Well, I mean, I just had a long rest, but
It is pretty early in the day.
I've already used a third and a second. But this is a first level spell, so.
No.
Come on, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I've been given this thing of silver thing, and I've got you and me going, what is it, what is it, what is it? So,
I'll be quiet so you can concentrate.
So I can humana in peace.
Yep.
Hey, there he is.
And now we have a Josh.
While I humana for 10 minutes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Good
This is the
timing.
perfect time, humana.
Good timing.
What's up, dearie? Am I in your way?
No, he's just wanting to say you're late.
Yep. See, that's why he's making all the fuss.
Well, how could there be a game without a Josh?
Yeah. All the people are here except my favourite one.
Okay, so while we have our cleric wizard doing preparation to cast a ritual, about halfway through it, I'll have everyone else do a perception check.
It was silver ornate bottle, wasn't it?
It was a ornate glass bottle with shimmering liquid in it.
Does that perception check that adds I've got perception now.
Everyone has perception.
Perception is
Yeah, plus 5.
I don't think I made it. I rolled 4. I
Right,
rolled
so 13.
13. How did
I
you?
got 20.
You got 20.
It's the only one we do so often that I actually remember that.
Okay, so
Master of perception.
Ross, you get to make an initiative roll as the statues start to move.
I'm going to
that's-
bag the money back.
That's a 23.
That's okay. I just gotta set up the session thing for today.
great, and I'm in the middle of humana.
Yeah, timed it perfectly somehow.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, no, I guarantee they're going to target me because I'm humana.
So did Zal take anything?
No.
No, I got given the glass bottle.
It was only the tombs they said not to take anything from. This is an office.
No, before when we got into the desert or whatever, of Death Valley or whatever, we were told not to take anything. That's why I haven't taken anything.
I haven't until now. I thought Jim might be giving us some loot.
Oh, the GM's giving us loot. It's just that we afterwards we'll have to suffer the consequences of taking stuff.
Well, Martin made a point of saying that was tombs only, so I thought that was Martin indicating that it would be kind of safe in this scenario.
No, it
As I
depends
said,
on.
kind of wrong.
No, it depends on which people. Remember, the people in here are not associating with the people on the outside. The people on the outside said, don't take anything.
Okay. Well, I'm 6.
I think the
So,
only thing that I've
What did you get for your initiative again, Ross?
23.
Great. The only thing that I've pocketed, I think, from this whole thing is that potion of invisibility that we got from another room.
It's still looting though, is it?
Huh?
Loot doesn't have to be money, right?
Yeah, probably I didn't think about it.
Okay, everyone else is currently surprised at the moment, but you actually see the two gargoyles move next to the door and get to act before they get to do anything. What would you like to do?
Great.
Panic!
Please don't panic.
No.
Actually,
Ah.
no, actually yell panic. And then
I'm just gonna go fix the cat litter again because he's gone again.
Again. Oh, gee.
Yeah, it's like 4 times today.
He sort of goes one after the other.
Oh, okay.
Do you just like play with small increments?
Mm-hmm. He likes to control us like the puppet master he is. The only problem is at night.
Clean enough, so he stops. And then waits for me to clean it, and then goes, "Oh, it's now clean enough to finish."
Except at night he has a disadvantage because I just closed the bedroom door.
Okay.
So what is Yodri doing?
I'll yell out gargoyles.
Congratulations on your favourite hobby.
Moving statues is actually more that you see. You haven't really encountered gargoyles before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Statues moving. Because do they look like gargoyles or do they look like stone knights?
They look like stone demons.
Okay. Okay. Demons moving. How far away am I from them?
I'll randomly roll to determine.
Yeah.
I will say 20 feet from them.
Okay. And they're both next to each other, are they?
Either side of the door going north.
So does that mean
Is that the one we came through, or?
You came through the door on the west in this room.
But where's the desk? Because I probably looking near
In the center of the room.
Oh,
So are they moving forward, or they're just moving to block the
You're in the
exit?
bathroom. So what was that, Ross?
Are they moving forward, or they're just blocking the exit?
They have just started moving. You can, if you want to see what they do, you have to wait until after they act.
Okay.
Your
and
initiative was such that if they're helpful or a hindrance, you have no idea. They have
Yeah.
just moved, and they haven't moved much.
Okay. So if they move towards us and attack, I am going to chill touch them.
Okay,
So I'm doing a wait. So basically, but if they come towards us and attack us, that's what I'm going to be doing.
so if they attack from a distance, you're not doing anything. So
Ah.
no,
If they move forward and attack.
so your specific
If
trigger,
they just-
Ross.
yeah.
What I'm saying here is your specific trigger is if they move towards the party and attack, you do chill touch, which means if they do anything but that, you don't do chill touch.
Yeah. Also, for instance, if they just turn around and do eye beams at us, yes, I probably won't.
Is chill touch a cantrip or a first level spell?
It's a cantrip.
The reason I'm asking that is if it was a first level spell, the spell would also be wasted next round if they don't trigger it.
My first level spells won't affect them.
That was me actually telling you about what actually happens with those things.
Yeah.
So I'm making sure we're specific about what we're doing with some of these things.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't because I'm having a harmony. And Ross is
So-
the only one that.
One of them moves forward and goes to strike someone, which triggers your chill touch.
Yep. Okay. And that is a 22.
That does hit.
And let's see if it does any damage to it. Okay, that is 10 points of necrotic. It probably doesn't do anything to stone things.
Okay, you seem to hit it.
Yep.
Hard to tell when things are made out of stone because they don't bleed.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going for. Who's it going to go for? Again, we'll leave that up to randomness. It's going for the Disney princess.
Oh. The one that doesn't even look like a friend.
For some reason, this one's just going for the Disney princess. Maybe it
Yeah,
wants to
it's
stop the
beautiful.
singing.
I hate Disney.
No. It's because the demon thinks that the Disney princess is Belle.
And he tries to bite the Disney princess, hitting an armor class 11.
That's a miss.
And then it tries to claw the Disney princess, hitting an armor class of 13. It's gone up in the world.
That is a. What do we see on here? No, that's a miss.
Okay. The other one goes for the Disney princess.
Oh, you today.
Okay.
And,
Disney.
and so this one is flanking you. And this one hits armor class 14.
Which also makes them intelligent statues.
And this one gets a really high number of 8.
That's it. No. Stefan's life flashed before his eyes.
And this
I'll never be able to sing on the stage again. Oh wait.
Like fanning your hair.
Yeah.
apparently you've got some fans.
Well, they can't hit me.
Or either that or critics.
So now everyone else can roll an initiative roll and see where you fall in the order. As you missed the first round due to surprise.
Is Chevelle there? Yes,
Yep, Chevelle is there. Chevelle's been with them.
4 all up.
Ooh.
Kangaroo is enjoying the show.
I rolled a
I
4.
presume I'm lost because I'm still humming.
No, you can choose to stop humming and humming if you wish to. Or you can just hum and hummer through the entire combat.
What are you humming for?
I'm
She's
using
looking
identify.
at identify a potion.
If I stop, does that...
I mean, you have to start again from
Yes.
scratch.
No, but does that spell spend the spell slot if I stop halfway through?
You weren't casting it from a spell slot, you were casting it from a
From
ritual.
a ritual, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
That's the
If you're
reason
doing
why
it
you
from,
were
if you're
casting
doing
it
it from a
as a
spell slot, then it would have wasted your spell slot.
Just keep doing your
And yes, I was going to do it either way, whether you're casting a spell or doing it as a ritual. It just would have hurt more as a spell.
Yes.
So
I thought-
anything
I
goes to
thought
first
the-
level
I
slot.
thought the ritual still took the spell slots. Oh, okay. I've been doing some of that wrong then.
Though you do have it prepared, so you don't have to actually roll to cast it as a ritual because you've got it prepared. That's the benefit of having it prepared.
Yeah.
Whereas if you don't have it prepared, you have to roll to get it off because you haven't prepared it that day.
That's true.
It helps with the versatility and adds that degree of failure.
Yeah, it's just it's still for some reason like it's so complex. Like, still struggle to get my head around it some days.
Well, especially considering Pathfinder has so many similarities, yet is so different.
Well, I don't even play the spellcaster in Pathfinder either. I'm still like confused about it.
So what was your initiative?
My initiative.
If you choose to do something, we'll know at that point.
No, I'm humming apparently.
What'd you get?
Initiative is Dex, so 4.
4. Dex is one of your good points, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that a natural 1?
No.
No. Okay. So what'd you get, Josh?
I got 7.
7.
We're doing well.
What did Sherpa get? 20. So
Calm
we
down.
actually
Okay, you need to settle down right now. Okay. Join the rest of the party in the single digits.
Well, your tree's got 23.
Yeah, I can
And
never
you
roll
need to
single
settle down.
digit.
No, Zal's too busy humming to pay attention to.
Good job.
Okay, so Yodri gets to go first again.
Yep.
As your ready thing went off, if you had delayed, then you would have gone after the gargoyles went. But because you readied, your action triggered, and
Yep.
you keep your original initiative.
Cool. Okay, so the Disney princess is getting beaten up.
No, Disney Princess hasn't been harmed whatsoever.
Yeah, no, well, okay, he's getting strong armed as such.
That's closer to the point, yes.
Okay, so the one that's flanking her, am I able to flank it quite easily?
Very easily, yes.
Okay, so I am going to do Booming Blade, flanking it, and striking it with my rapier, and also getting my sneak attack off. Okay, and no, I'll still remain engaged, so I'm not going to disengage.
Okay. Well, you could take all the attacks of opportunity.
What, they've got Sentinel? That's nasty. That's a 21.
Every creature has attacks of opportunity. In
Yeah,
D&D.
but I thought the action disengage stops them from having an attack unless they've got Sentinel, which is the awesome one of attack of.
There are many ways of doing that one.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not leaving the.
You got 21?
The field. Yeah.
You hit.
Okay. So. Okay, it's 11. Okay, damn thing. It's a D8. Here we go. Roll. Okay, so 11 and. Okay, 21 from the rapier,
So
which is wound touch, which is piercing.
So
and
21
2
piercing damage.
is piercing magical.
Yeah,
And
that's what
2
I was
points
waiting
of-
for.
Big pardon?
That's what I was waiting for, because if you don't specify the damage type, it's taken as what you call it out as,
Yeah.
even if I know
Yes.
it's magical.
So 21 points piercing magical and 2 points of thunder. And if it moves, it takes another 2d8 of thunder.
Okay. You hit it soundly. Then it is Chauffeur's go. You are surrounded and you're got flanking on one creature. You wish to angst it out? Dance off?
How many are there?
There are 2 of them.
Tense off.
Oh, there's only 2.
Hey, yeah, let's do a dance off.
If anyone can pull it off, Chauffeur can.
Exactly.
No one's been hit so far by these things, I believe. I'm just gonna vicious moan. And these are demon things, aren't they?
They are stone demons.
Oh, stone demons.
They're stoned demons.
Did the electricity do anything or look like it did anything?
Hard to tell. Stone really doesn't show a lot of expression.
Okay.
What's up? What? What?
You turn.
Did your human go away? Did your human gone? Why are you pouring at the...
Because I'm gonna pour out. Small little lip.
no, what are you eating? 1, 2.
He will find anything to eat.
Bit strange.
Yeah.
It's not good. I don't know where my pencil went. Oh well. I'm just gonna use grudge match.
Grudge match?
What the hell does grudge match do? What, they fight each other off?
No. You reveal how the fate of nearby allies and enemies is entwined. For every ally targeted by the spell, you must target an enemy. If the number of enemies, basically the number of allies and enemies has to be the same that you target. So I can't target more than 2 allies, because there's only 2 enemies. But for the duration, every target, that includes both allies and enemies, gains bonus to saving throws, attack rolls, and ability checks, and blah blah blah.
Huh.
But you can't target yourself, can you?
I could. I'm not going to. Because creatures under the spell target non-entwined targets get -2 to roll their checks. So if they keep attacking me, they get -2 to their checks. So I'm basically going to use Grudge Match on those 2 enemies and make Cheval and Princess the targets.
Oh, great.
And you guys know, you can see each other's
So who's targeting? Who has to target who?
well, it doesn't make them target, it just they can see who the targets are.
Okay.
So
So who have you targeted with the spell?
the 2 stone golem things and Princess and Cheval.
And they get bonuses for attacking?
It says they get +2 bonus to saving throws, attack rolls, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls against targets affected by this spell.
Okay.
And all creatures under this spell can identify
to kill
targets
Camden.
of this spell. But if the creatures target non-entwined their targets, then they get -2 to checks.
Okay, so apparently you've convinced them to, let's see, odds they're going for Camdu, even they're going for Chauvel.
Great.
Apparently they're both going for Chauvel.
Oh, great.
Well, it's because you're saying paladin.
Paladin.
true.
Yeah. They look over and see Paladin and go, ooh, shiny.
So the first one who moves takes the damage from Thunder.
Thunder.
Ooh, ow. Ooh.
Okay, so how much extra damage does it do?
2d8.
No,
The
for
spell?
the spell, yeah.
+2.
+2. Okay. So it does maximum damage on its bite of so it'd be 20 damage because of the extra +2 did help.
29. I think. Should be about right.
Yep, onto 29, and then it tries to claw you. and apparently gets a 23.
Yeah, it hits me. I'll still be standing.
And with that, it slashes you for 7 damage.
That's fine. I'm not doing anything.
And it was a D8. You said thunder damage.
2d8.
2d8.
Yep.
You want to roll the 2d8 then, please?
Yep.
This thing isn't gonna live for much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, literally a second.
7 points of thunder damage.
Okay, and then the other one rushes up and flanks you. It's just so amusing that they both ran up and flanked the Disney princess, and they went for you right
And the
after.
Disney Prince is like, no, go over there instead.
Okay, so it bites you, hitting an armor class of 24,
Yeah, it's
doing 8 points of piercing damage,
14, so good.
and then it claws at you.
Sure. Oh, really?
Again?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go down.
yeah, so that is 18 points of slashing
Yeah.
damage.
You
Oh,
can
no.
use reroll to reroll the thing. if you
Actually,
want.
can we?
Yeah, can we re-roll it?
We
Okay.
roll the 20.
Yep. Reroll it. Good. Yeah, flashes again.
So that becomes a 21
Yeah, it still hits me. I'll be standing.
and does 9 points of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
I'm on 5. Should be on 5.
Yep, you're on 5. That's one of the few times I've re-rolled and it's not been a 20.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's only because it wasn't me asking you to re-roll your 20.
Yeah, it's only when it's on sale.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, and Zal did manage to roll over 10 this time already.
You know
I
what's
know.
really annoying?
Mhm.
They have a 75% chance to miss me.
Yes,
Oof.
they do. And
They
it's
hit me with
because
everything.
well, first round, not one touch on the Disney princess with
No.
4 attacks.
Yes, I know, right?
And then the Disney princess goes, "Oh, let me give him a boost, so they can hit things a little bit harder and better."
Excellent.
Just go over there.
I'm just trying to make it fair on everyone else.
Just
Like, I'm the one
do
being
that
targeted
one.
here. How about you target everyone else?
Okay, so now Chauvel gets to get her retaliation.
Mm.
And then
So
you
the
get
first one that crit me,
Mm-hmm.
bonus action Valve immunity, so I get advantage on it until it dies, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm going to swing at it with my longsword, which is magical.
Mm-hmm.
Two-handed slashing. So. I'm going to use a reroll on one of the dice.
Let me get +2.
Yeah, no. 23. I'm going to use a reroll on one of my dice.
Don't you? Yeah, you've got an ability to reroll if it's a 1 or 2, don't you?
That's better. So 20 plus 6 is 26.
26 is a hit.
I think it's 26. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, it is. Cool. So second level because I hit. Are they fiend or undead?
We have not,
Neither.
we
Cool.
have not identified.
That's fine. Well,
They
no,
get
because
they are
it's-
stoned.
They are stoned.
Yeah. So, however, I still do 3d8
That's good.
extra radiant damage plus 2. And because I was two-handed at the time,
Bigger dice.
yeah, more dice. So 3d8 for the Holy Smite,
And remember, you add 2 to the damage afterwards as well because of the Disney princess.
and 4d8 for the slashing damage, which I just ran away from.
Apparently, I have to remind some players that backgrounds have to be, set in game to be backgrounds, because people keep trying to send me their backgrounds and for me to use in their sent backgrounds. And even when I specify red in game, they still keep trying to say me, but what about my 2 pages of background?
That doesn't. roll again.
Currently, that's what the beeping on my computer is currently.
So.
Trying
that's
to tell me how it's not
currently
fair.
But that's not the
9.
point anyway.
Yeah.
14.
I said that all
18
along, that
damage.
if you have a background, you have to say it in game, otherwise it's not your background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smite damage.
Or your
Big-
background evolves as part of the
Smite
storyline, like
damage.
mine and Sophie's.
Mm.
So 20, 23.
But again, that's
30,
all beating. Yeah.
40. 42 damage all up for that gargoyle.
42 damage.
Oof.
It explodes.
Good.
Now you take shrapnel damage.
And then extra action to hit the other thing that hit me.
Yep.
Are you going to thingy that?
Mhm.
You...
It's only if I hit. So if I
Ah,
hit, I can then choose to use a holy smite.
right.
It's a good thing about it.
Yes.
Whereas if you have to expend it before you do it with some of the
And
spells,
that was a
the spell's
second,
gone.
Yeah.
That was a second level.
That's like
holy
half
smite.
my problem. Yay.
Mm.
I use the spell, you miss. Fuck.
So I've used 2 out of 3. Second level slots. I mean, sure. 17.
Does that include in the +2?
Yes. Does a 17 hit on the second one?
The 17 does hit on the second one. Aria's is currently lying down because she's a little too hot.
Yep.
Same thing. Second level destruction of thing. So 4d8. Rolling 1s and 2s. That's a 1 and a 2. It's a bit better. 12, 14, 16, 17, 19. Currently. Rerolling that one. That's me. 19, 30, 32 damage on the second gargoyle.
32 damage on the second gargoyle, and second gargoyle takes a lot of damage and is still going.
Ooh.
That's fine. Softened him up.
You have softened him up, and then it is can do to the rescue.
Yes.
Or Zal, if Zal would like to finish, stop casting
No,
the
no.
ritual.
No, Camden wants it.
Camden wants it.
Camden wants it.
I think with my perception roll, I probably am like totally in the zone.
You're focusing on the ritual.
But
Yeah.
you and Camden got the same initiative.
No, I know, but
Okay.
in terms of my like
Yeah, I
actual
rolled an
roll,
18 to hit.
That hits without even having to worry about any bonuses.
Pluses
You're probably
and stuff.
thinking about ending the ritual in your head, kind of go, I got this!
yeah, I'm just like, oh.
Plus 3.
No, I probably hear the first gargoyle explode and then just go,
Boom.
yeah, they got this. I've failed enough at trying to hit things already in the last 2 days.
7 plus 3, 10 damage.
10 damage,
12
and
damage, 'cause
it
you-
explodes.
Oh, 12.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
12 damage.
And it does, and it still explodes, even though it exploded on 10.
Oh, okay, cool.
Nice. You did soften it up.
You did.
And then your spell still has those two targeted.
It lasts for 1 round.
How about you, Camden?
So you still got another valid target.
You do.
Huh?
Because you technically get a second action. You
Oh,
get a
do
second-
I? Oh,
Yes.
good.
When
So-
you're hitting me.
Oh, I'm not going to hit you.
You could.
Because technically by his spell, it's still a valid target.
Yes.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's
Well, that's
two
why they
enemies
call it
to
grudge
allies.
match.
Yeah, well, you know.
I couldn't help point that out.
Mhm.
Because I think it would have worked if they had attacked each other, they would have got the bonuses.
Yeah.
Because there were
Spell
people
says
targeted by this
every
spell.
ally targeted must target an enemy, so technically speaking...
Then no, then it wasn't.
No.
work.
No.
Yeah. So you picked an ally and an enemy, and then the allies had to work together.
Yeah, yeah.
Which they did, quite successfully. And now you've got pieces of the stone all over the room.
Awesome. Well done. Well done, guys.
No guts anywhere,
No, that's anyway, just stone.
Stone.
just stone.
Cool.
Yeah, they all went for me. I was like, nah, too vexing, not having this.
I love how you
Okay,
almost,
so
you almost made me
if-
unconscious of doing so.
So if they were undead or fiends, would they have taken double that damage?
No, they would have taken an extra D8.
Oh, okay. So it's not as gross as I thought it was.
That's all.
Up where?
Yeah.
I'm a Disney
I'm guessing
princess.
they were construct?
They were elementals.
Oh,
Mm.
of course.
Was it trigger me harmony?
No, their trigger was people
Walking.
spending a lot of time in here
Yeah.
and going through the desk.
Mm.
And so they're waiting for when people were ignoring them,
Mhm.
To try and
because until they move, you cannot detect them.
Yeah.
They don't. Magic can't detect them unless they can find elementals.
Wow.
I
But-
guess you need some healing.
Their,
When
their,
cleric is
their trait is false appearance. While it remains motionless, it is indistinguishable from an inanimate statue.
She can also touch herself.
I can, but I only want 10 points left.
So who do you give those 10 points to?
Me.
yeah.
Why that?
So let me guess, if we went through the doorway, they would have attacked us.
Or the last person. Or the middle person. Whichever made it most inconvenient for you.
So basically attacked Zal.
Quite possibly.
If I was the last one to go through, yeah.
Hey, cleric.
Oh wait, I'm
Hey,
still
cleric.
humming.
Hey, cleric, once you're finished humming and hummering.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
I'm probably not far off finishing humming because I was like over halfway through.
Well, I
Five, 5 minutes in, got another 5 minutes to
Oh,
go.
so-
That's halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And considering a minute is 10 actions.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get much further in my. I was just like, oh, there's combat. No, there's not combat anymore. I'm good.
I hadn't even noticed combat had
It
happened.
happened. Yeah.
Zal's eyes are in the back of his head. You know.
So, what spell do you cast?
Healing word.
Is it a nice word or a naughty word?
Always naughty, but it still heals you.
And said with the distance princess, you know, flowers and rainbow sort of thing.
Well, I like to think is like, remember your rock.
That night in the tower.
Oh, you're so gonna die later.
What do you cast at a level? It's because it's a level 1.
Yeah, but you can heighten it to increase the healing.
Yeah.
So I'm casting as a third slot, so it does 3d4 plus whatever the
Spell
thing
casting.
is.
Yeah.
Spell casting.
modifier.
Yeah, which is cool. So that's 4 plus 8 plus 16.
16? Cool. And I was on 15, so I get to 31. I think that's correct.
That has you at 31, yeah.
Hooray! My head's not covered in blood anymore. Yay!
Only half dead.
I'm only half.
It's okay. So Zal has a lot more damage almost more damage than you at the moment.
Yeah.
But
So
considering
I'm on, like-
considering a lot
in
less hit
terms of
points.
a ratio, yes.
In terms of like, I've got 20 out of 35 hit points. I'm only 15 down compared to your
29
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
But it is comparable. That's why it's a nice percentage look.
Yes.
It's when you hit something and the bar doesn't move, people go,
Percentage
ooh.
Look, we're
Chauvel has been taking every hit through this dungeon right now, okay?
really.
Yes!
Look at my health.
Okay, 95% of hits through this dungeon.
Thank you.
Hard for him to say 99% of hits
Oh.
through this.
Okay, and while your cleric of identification is spending another 5 minutes doing stuff, did anyone else want to do anything in the room besides sleep?
I think
You're
Chauvel's
all gonna like.
Chauvel's
circle me in the
definitely
same
in for a
watch.
rest,
Not having
okay?
the elemental rock.
Sure, I'll give you an investigation check as you have a look around.
Would stone cutting help with this?
Not with this one.
Okay. Investigate is wisdom? No, hang on.
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay. So that would be just 16.
Okay. So while you're having a look around at all the rocks and stuff, dusting off one of the plush chairs, checking out the rocks, you find that there's something hard in one of the cushions.
Oh, okay. Weird. What's in the cushion?
Do you cut the cushion open?
I'm worried it's a trap, so no.
Okay, you don't cut the cushion open and just put it back.
But I will let Cheval know there's something in the cushion.
How? By hitting Cheval in the face with the cushion?
Well, no, I was thinking of asking Cheval to sit down, but that's too mean, so I'll just tell them there's something in the cushion. Via voice.
Cheval is currently ignoring you.
Okay, I'll tell someone else there's something in the cushion.
So who do you point to?
Camdu.
Camdu. Okay. You've been told there's something in a cushion.
Oh, okay. So I'll go over and rip open the cushion.
Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
There's stuffing everywhere. It's the slaughter.
That's
And inside you find
The cushion's one hit point. Couldn't handle Camden.
you find 18 red stones.
Oh, cool.
Red stone.
Red stones like rubies or.
You're not quite sure.
Oh, okay. No, well, I'll just put them in my bag.
Or did you want the cleric to identify them?
I'm sure
She's
that
still busy
I'm sure the
identifying
dragon
the
probably
other
like
things.
takes like 5 of them.
Yeah, the dragon probably takes 5 of them, true. Or asks
Can I
for
have a
them,
look
yeah.
at
Probably
one of these
ask
red
for five.
stones? Try and, I don't know, guess what
Being
they are.
pretties and me liking the little dragon. I'll just give them to the little dragon.
Okay, so you give 5 to the dragon, or do you give all of them to the dragon?
I'll give 5.
Okay. And what do you do with the rest?
I'll put them in my bag.
I'd like
Okay.
to borrow one just to have a good look at it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
roll-
give-
roll
I
it.
give-
Calcritz is happy to get the 5. I've got her in the background listening, but
Oof.
can't actually hear her because I've got the speaker off.
That's an natural 20.
You got an extra
Oh,
20?
to try and look at it.
Work out what it is.
Okay, looking at it, it appears to be a bloodstone.
Oh,
No.
bloodstone.
As in the ones used in rituals? Or...
You can use them in rituals.
Oh,
Yeah, that's unusual.
okay.
Okay.
And they're
Well-
worth about 100 gold each.
Oh, cool.
I'll just
Jesus.
hand it back and let you guys know it's a bloodstone.
Yep.
Just be
Okay.
careful with them.
Okay.
They
But
have-
You can
they're
use
all
you can
red.
use moonstones in rituals. You can use bloodstones in rituals. You can
Yeah.
use.
Okay. I'm not going to jump in here as a crystal
They
person.
can have positive uses,
Bloodstone.
but also...
An actual bloodstone is a green stone with red spots.
Well, it doesn't describe it. All it says is name. So
Ah.
I'm not too worried about actual appearances.
Okay, cool.
And it actually is called a bloodstone in here.
Okay, so it's probably a green stone with red spots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah. So you did find interesting stuff amongst the rocks. It just wasn't in the elemental.
yeah.
Okay, so after waiting around another mostly 4 minutes, for nearly 5 minutes with a little bit of change left over,
Yep. seems about
Zal finally finishes the ritual.
Yay! What is this shimmery liquid that I'm holding?
Well, I'm going to make sure by the identify spell.
I did
It's
have
a
it up.
liquid. Well done.
Yeah. Choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued item, you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. So I would also know if that potion the other day was fake as well.
No,
No?
because it doesn't determine curses.
Oh, it's not. If it's a curse.
So,
right, sorry.
so a cursed potion reads as any other sort of potion to
right,
magic.
sorry. Okay.
Okay.
But essentially I learn everything else about it by the sounds of it.
And what else you find out about this potion is it appears to be a potion of constitution. Makes you healthier.
Cool. Should I?
Permanently or just temporarily?
Well, it seems that it boosts your constitution for a number of hours based on drinking it. So if you're going into combat, it
Yep.
would make it a lot easier for you to do stuff. It's like a strength boost gives you a boost before combat. This one gives you a constitution boost, which means a lot of hit points.
And sorry, the number of con it gives you is based on how much you have? No.
Dice roll.
Oh, dice roll.
So random number of hit points. Easiest way to do it is just roll a d6, and that's multiply that by your level, and that's how many hit points you get.
When you take it.
Instead of saying it increases your hit points by your
Yeah.
points to blah, it's just it gives you this amount of hit points.
Yeah.
I would have presumed it would be like a percentile wise, but
Normally it's like 2d6 or something like
oh,
that, or 2d4 or something like that. And I just say roll a d6, and that's the bonus you get.
Does
that
that become
2d6 plus all?
For a
like a
couple
temporary maximum, or is it just temporary?
That technically increases your hit points by that amount for that time.
So it's a temporary maximum.
So it's kind of it's like false life.
It technically increases her con.
Yeah.
And
So
so if she's doing a con saving throw, she gets to add that bonus to the saving throw for the duration as well.
That's
Oh,
pretty good.
so it's a better false life
Yeah.
in potion form. Could be handy.
But when you lose the con, you also lose that much hit points.
Yay. Unless it's healed back up.
Yeah. Just gotta be careful that you're not under at that point.
It's like, yes, we've finished it.
Yeah. Well, that happens. Well, that kind of happens with false life, except the damage goes through false life first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas this is the opposite. It actually gives you real hit points, which you can then heal back again while you're going. But once the time runs out, which is normally 1 to 4 hours,
Is that also a dice roll?
most of the time, yes. I just have to check potions specifically.
Yep. No, I'll just put a note 1 to 4 hours duration.
That's okay. Hey Google, heater off.
Turning off lounge AC.
So did you hear clearly through?
Yeah. I don't know how quickly I'd get back up.
That's okay. That way you didn't miss out on too much, hopefully. So yes, you came back just in time for your cleric to identify a potion of constitution.
And you got 5 bloodstones.
Oh, I got 5 bloodstones. Me?
That
Oh, right. That Camdo found
Well,
out of the
big,
cushion.
yeah,
Technically, yes.
yeah.
Well, technically,
Identified
opened
by
it.
the princess.
So Em, do you label the
princess.
potion and put it in your pile?
Probably if it was trapped, I wasn't going to take it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
So
So
then-
back in the
That's a
points
bit.
now.
Yeah.
5 bloodstone.
I'll label it and put it in the pouch. I think I only had like 2 or 3 other potions in there anyway.
Just be careful when you use them.
Well, I mean, that's why I labeled them. Hope. Beyond hope that none of them are cursed. Anyway. Because, yeah, my wishes always come true.
So are we still in the room with the gargoyles?
Yes.
Are there any like horns or talons intact?
No, they'll completely destroy because
What about a claw?
no, they just basically turn to dust.
Shattered. Okay.
They turn to little bits of rock.
Are we going to go into another room?
You do have a door that heads north, and now that you've spent 10 whole minutes sitting around waiting, you are rather bored.
I walk towards the door.
Okay,
Does it look like a normal door?
it does.
Is
It's
Camdo
even got a
around?
handle. Yes.
I look at Camdo. Then I look at the door handle. Then look at Camdo. Then look at the door handle.
And Camdo looks at you and looks at the handle, looks at you and looks at the handle. And apparently you're doing this game.
Yeah.
And this has gone on for 10 minutes. Or at least 5 minutes after the gargoyles.
Yeah.
I open the door.
And by the way, you haven't had a chance to heal other people with your spells yet as the door opens.
Yeah,
Right.
I was also
Oh.
just about to say.
Sorry. I can wait. I didn't realize.
And there's a creaking of the door as you go,
I thought I heard heard you were
Yeah.
healing over the thing. Okay.
It was asking to heal, but hadn't actually managed to fully
Okay.
heal.
Well, if I can delay that because I did
No, the
just
creaky
walk in.
door.
And you see a corridor heading north.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I
That's
can
right.
wait.
At least it's corridor.
It could have been a lot of creatures going.
Yeah. Prayer of healing, second level. Second level. I'm not gonna cast it up because I think I only have 4 minutes. So. Actually, I might have 2 third slots left. No, I do or don't have to roll to.
For healing? No.
No. I just roll.
The actual healing value.
What is it? 2d8 plus spell casting. So d8.
How many cushions were there in the room?
There were probably about 6 cushions, and only one of them got ripped up. You want to rip the others up?
The other cushions?
Sure. Leaving the door open, you head over to the cushions and start filling them up.
Yep.
Mm.
Why are you attacking the bed?
Well, it's a corridor, so I might as well fill up the cushions.
Okay. Give me a strength check while you're filling up the cushions.
So spellcasting.
15. Plus 2, 17.
Okay, so the cushions couldn't hold up to your mighty claws as you were filling them with these sharp, pointy things.
Oops.
And so the room is full of feathers very quickly, as you guarantee without a doubt that not one other cushion had any of those stones in it.
I play with the feathers. I roll over, pounce on them like a kitten. I am 6. I have fun in my snow feathers.
13 to both. Is anyone else damaged?
Nope, just
So
you.
13 to you and...
Just my soul.
Just to me and
I don't need to.
yeah, cool.
Paladin takes all the damage.
So you're still down on 2 and the paladin's still down on 16.
Ooh,
And Camdo is still down on 1.
yeah.
And so yes,
One.
so after casting the spell, you realise that you're in this storm of feathers, and that there's a white dragon playing in the feathers,
I'm not even gonna quit.
and there's bits of red cushion all over the room.
I probably would have included Camdo just to get everyone back to up to close to 4. I know it's only 1 hit point, but I can target 6 people, so I may as
Okay,
well.
might as well. Yep.
With the same spell.
Yeah, Prayer of Healing can target up to 6.
And it gives each of them the healing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I may as well just include. That's why I asked,
Right, gotcha.
because there's like 6 of us here. Is Yodri good?
I think so.
Yeah, even though I have damage, but that's because of my steed.
Is it damage I can heal?
No.
Well,
No.
you,
No. Okay. Well then. Then no, you're good.
yeah, just go straight to the steed. So the steed will be happy.
The potion was a constitution potion.
Yep.
Wasn't it?
It's like advanced false life, basically. There is a greater false life, isn't it?
There are many things that can be fun.
I didn't
Okay.
get it.
So you've healed everyone up. You're all ready to go, burning through more spells.
Well, luckily I had a rest between the last time I did that and.
This time,
But I'm still.
burning through your spells quickly.
Yeah.
Let's see how quickly we can do that.
Well, I've used 2 level 2, a 3rd, and a ritual. So, how many?
If anyone gets cold, let me know and I'll get you a blanket.
I'm good. I've got jackets.
Okay.
Classes.
Got lots of
Cleric.
It's pretty much.
We
And you-
are 7th level, right?
You are 7th level, yes.
So I have 1 2nd level, 2 3rd left.
And you have an open door for corridor heading north.
Cool.
It goes about 50 feet into a cross intersection where the corridor has a cross corridor going across it, and then continues on.
We'll let Cam do lead.
I trot down to the crossroads and wait for Cam to catch up.
Okay.
Okay.
As you trot down to the crossroads and reach the crossroads, give me a dexterity check.
Am I about to die? 14. 15.
15. As you reach the intersection, the floor falls out from underneath you.
Can I
And,
spring out into flight?
Unfortunately, it startles you, so you don't actually manage to get your wings out in time before you fall.
Can I try to grasp?
That also what your dexterity check.
Oh, is that what a dexterity check is?
Mm.
Yeah, it's grabbing onto things.
Oh, okay.
And you fall into the pit.
Oh no.
Is it a spiked pit?
It is a spiked pit.
Is this gonna kill me?
Probably not. So you start off with 4 bludgeoning damage for the fall.
Ow. No.
And 15 piercing damage from the spikes as you
Ow.
fall into the spikes.
Ow.
Cow Creeks makes little unhappy noises.
Camdu will come over and reach down and pull Calcix out.
How deep's the pit?
Please proceed.
It's a 10-foot
carefully,
deep pit.
Because
How deep is it?
10 foot.
so
But
you might have
she's-
to put your lance down.
She does have wings and tail, so
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Hold up your tail.
so you can quite easily pull her out.
No one
Yeah.
needs to kiss my knee better.
Yeah, but is she going to take more damage from you pulling her off the spikes?
They aren't barbed spikes, but it did hurt falling on them.
Yep. No one's big enough to carry me, are they?
Yodri has all this strength.
Huh?
Yodri has all this magic strength.
Does that mean I?
Yeah, except I'm about half your size.
I was gonna say, I don't think I can fit on your tree.
I think you can still move.
You can sit on my shoulder.
Yeah.
And Chauvel wasn't, and when she was on 5 hit points.
I'm 6. I'm a child.
Have a look at the spikes. Is there any
How old are
poison
you?
on it?
That does not appear to be poisoned.
18,
How long have you been a
16.
paladin for?
But so the dragon will need to take a tetanus shot.
No, I don't like needles.
There's none here anyway, don't worry.
Can I drink a potion if it comes to that?
Sure, you can drink a coffee tetanus potion.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, but you don't have your gnome with you.
No, I don't.
So, yeah.
And amusingly, that was in the book a trap for someone who went into the crossroads, which was expecting to be Camdu,
Yeah, but it wasn't.
but our trap detector found it first.
Exactly. Very good trap.
I perform important services for this group.
You are. Mm.
Paladin's supposed to be the trap detector.
No. Paladin's not
No,
a trap
no,
detector.
the paladin is the weapon detector. He detects the weapons of the
Yes.
enemies.
Yep.
That's right.
I was just catching up on.
I can distinctly
things.
tell
I've
you
got
that they are sharp and they
15
hurt.
damage plus 4 damage.
Yeah,
Plus
15
4,
and
yeah.
4.
So 4 bludgeoning, 15 piercing.
And do I need to specify bludgeoning versus piercing, or
No.
can I just put minus 19?
You can just put minus 19. It was more for if people have resistances, you state the types of damage. So if they have a resistance, then they can say, I take less damage.
My only resistance is lightning.
Mhm.
So if I'm 59, that makes me 40 for now. I don't suppose anyone can lay hands on me or something. Or everyone's.
I've tapped myself.
If you tapped, that's fine.
Unfortunately, the paladin can no longer touch people up.
You can still bad
It'd
touch
be
people.
very
but,
sus if the paladin started touching the child up.
Yes.
Especially for no benefit.
Yeah.
And Paladin shaking her head.
So she
I
should.
mean, the paladin wasn't going to worry about 19 points damage anyway. But anyway.
No.
moving on.
See, this is
The
why I
paladin,
like
the paladin
Zal
was
better.
more worried about the paladin on 55 points of damage at the time.
Mhm.
See,
Oh,
this
good.
is why I like Zal better.
Noted. No lay on hands for Calcrix then.
Mm-hmm.
Noted.
You want to play favorites? I'll play
I'm
favorites
not playing
too.
favourites. I was just joking.
Calcrits notes that Chauvel is perfectly fine to be in the area of effect of the lightning blast.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? Chauvel can be perfectly fine in the area of the lightning blast.
Yeah, probably.
Quite possibly, yes. Okay, so you see.
No, I don't mean that in a nasty way.
You see further on, past the trap, another 50 feet onwards is a door, and then either side of you the passageway continues. So it continues 50 feet to the west before turning north, and continues past your sight to the east.
Is there anything that kind of makes the trap I fell into more identifiable than?
There's a big hole.
But did it slide out? Did it
It
drop
just
out?
dropped.
Did it
Bink.
drop open?
Dropped open.
Okay.
Okay.
As you stepped on it.
I suggest to Cam do that she prods each tile in front of her with her lance of blood lance.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Spear. Yep.
Spear.
Same thing.
Sorry.
I also have a lance too.
Okay, so instead of striding along, you hear this tap, 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 tap.
Yeah,
tap,
well,
tap.
yeah, you then listen to seeing if it makes any different tones, if it's hollow underneath.
So which way are you heading? North, east, or west?
Me? Are we waiting on me?
The party.
Party.
Yeah. I was
Anyone in
waiting
the
on
party can mention.
We follow Camden wherever Camden wants to go.
Okay, Cam do. Where
We're
are you
tapping
going?
away.
North, east, or west?
East.
Okay. You start heading east with this tap, 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 tap. And it's taking you a while to go because you're tapping each square as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't she just have to go tap, step, tap, step,
Yeah.
tap, step?
Exactly.
Yeah, except you can walk over a fair distance on a single step.
Okay.
And if she's got people behind her like Yodri who takes more steps than she does, she's only tapping for her own steps.
Yeah.
And,
What do you want me to do the testing? Because I'll be testing on my steps.
And unless you actually test where people are standing, you might not actually find a trap.
Oh.
So if you're going tap, 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 tap along the whole way,
I'm on Camden's shoulder right now, and I'm happy.
okay.
Yeah,
And
you ain't a pseudo dragon.
You tap away for a minute's travel, so you're doing 10 feet around at this stage as you're tapping. And you reach a T-intersection where it goes north and south. North only goes 20 feet and south goes 30 feet, but south has a door in the end, whereas north has nothing.
Doorway again.
That word.
Having the memory of a child, I jump off Calcrix and start trapping towards the doorway.
Okay.
Looks like it's not.
Calcrix is still standing in the T-intersection.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, great.
Not Calcrix,
Camdu.
Camdu is still standing in the intersection.
Yep.
Okay, so you reach the door.
Yep.
And what does Calcrix do?
Has anybody caught up to me?
I'll go up. Is there any holes in the wall or anything like that?
It doesn't appear to have any holes in the wall.
Okay. Is the door locked?
You reach up and the door's not locked.
Okay. I'll open it carefully.
Okay. So you open it carefully. The room in front appears oddly damp. A strange, moist odor fills the air. You can see a low bed, some wooden shelves, and a small chest. And a room seems to shimmer as through clear water or a thick pane of glass.
Okay.
Can you repeat that?
Okay, the room seems oddly damp.
Damp.
A strange, moist odor fills the air.
Okay, like mildew?
That sort of thing, yes. The room contains a low bed, some wooden shelves, and a small chest. The contents of the room seem to shimmer as if seen through clear water or a thick pane of glass.
Okay, that's
Okay.
So is it illusion then?
It sounds more like a
A spell?
no, like
Sounds like it could be a gelatinous cube stuck in a room.
I was gonna say like a
So how many cubes has Yodri come across?
Nothing that big. I've only seen small ones. They're basically used to clear out pipings.
reflection pool.
The sewerage ones. Or not the big ones. I think Gnomes use them as well.
So he's actually seen gelatinous cubes because I don't think we've had them yet.
No, this is from previous experiences.
The reason I'm asking is because you're calling out monsters your characters have not encountered yet.
I've done a lot of reading.
Can I roll a perception check or something like?
It's sort of like if you then start calling out monster stats as well. It's the same.
Oh, I don't
thing.
know the stats.
Calling out a monster type is the same as calling out stats if you
Oh,
haven't
okay,
encountered
fair
it before.
Oh, in that case, I'm going.
That's why I'm sorry, Ross. I just have to keep pointing it out because you do it a lot.
Yeah.
Can I do an investigation or something like that?
Well, you're standing there at the door. You've got the shimmering here,
Yep.
and what are you wanting to do?
Well, is it solid?
Do you touch it?
I poke it very gently
Okay.
Here we go.
with my knuckle rather than my claw.
The reason I had to ask like that is because it really is a gelatinous cube.
Oh.
And actually having players call out what things are before you actually find it is...
What is a gelatinous cube? Aside from something I know to exist in
It
Minecraft.
eats you up and
Does this mean I'm about to
slashing
eat?
damage.
give me a sec, I've just got to get to the right thing.
Just as an aside while you're looking that up, I actually have 2 level 2 slots and 2 third level.
So, Ariadna, that is what a gelatinous cube looks like.
Okay. So it takes up the whole room?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Wow.
The long rest happened after.
Or either that or just the doorway and you're seeing through the doorway over here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah, the long rest happened after I used a second level slot earlier that I thought happened after.
Okay. So... No, I think he's just gone and pooped again.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
So I was going to get people to do an initiative roll.
I did a terrible roll.
Last time, 14, 15.
Level 3. Yeah, no, I feel.
Okay, so what did Yodri's roll?
I rolled a 12. That was a crappy roll.
What was Sherpa's roll?
13.
13. What was Shervel's roll?
5.
Camdu's roll?
15.
Sal's roll?
Surprisingly, 19.
Well, you are saying the dice aren't always trying to kill you.
Well, today they've been nice.
Especially if it's a monster that might kill you instead.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, considering I've rolled an 18, a 2, and now a 17. So I'm actually up on average today.
And we will give Calcrix a roll when she gets back to see when she goes off. That's okay. And don't apologize. You're actually doing making it easier for us at the moment.
Yeah. Hopefully you get a great roll. You find that you it burns to the touch and you close the door.
Okay, so what was your initiative?
16 plus. What do I add that to?
Your initiative.
Here. Is that the INT or is that intelligence?
That's intelligence.
Okay.
If you don't have anything special for initiative, it's based on your dex.
1, so 17.
17. Okay, so at this stage, Zal gets to go first, not knowing what's happening. You can make a perception roll
I guess that makes sense.
as I see a shimmering in the distance.
Perception 15 plus.
Are you on tomorrow morning, Stefan?
Yes.
Can you ring the vet and tell them that we think he's got another urinary blockage? See if we can get him in tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we can.
Maybe that's what I think about.
Yeah. No, there's no urine in there at all, and he just did a couple drops. So.
Well,
That's what happened last
he
time.
did a lot earlier. He's had 2 big lots.
Urine.
But
Oh, so you
still-
saw. Okay.
But still wanting
To
to go and just have it all the time usually indicates.
Yeah, I might get him checked out.
I still don't mind him getting checked out. Just pointing out he has managed to go today.
Yeah.
It's just that he should be checked out.
I might monitor him and then just get him booked in on Monday. But I'll
Crazy
still
cat.
get
Okay, so what did you get on your
Your
initiative for you and
perception thingy.
which was I got it down. Sorry, got it, 17 for you. And
17.
17 for your perception.
Yes.
Okay. You do notice that there is something wrong with the shimmering in front of you. You don't know what it is though.
So is that a free action or is that my action?
Is that enough for her to warn us
Say it's a I'll give it to you as a free action.
Don't go in. And the room's dark, yeah?
Yeah.
I cast dancing lights throughout the room so I can get a better view.
Okay, the room lights up and you sort of get those rainbow sort of look in the room.
You can pick the colour, can't we?
Well, you get the distortion.
because of the
Oh,
gelatinous
because of the cube. Yeah, right.
Acts as a prism.
Yeah. And
So whatever colours you pick, you also get the rainbow effect off those colours.
I presume I'd just pick like a white or some sort of colour that's not gonna like hurt.
Ooh, there's a disco on in there.
Very much so.
Something's refracting that colour.
Yeah.
Okay, then go.
But essentially, like, yeah, like be careful, watch out. Like, how many? We get 3 words out, don't we? Yeah.
Calcrix now gets to go. Do you still wish to
Cautiously?
poke it or leave?
I step back
Okay.
because someone's just told me to be careful to not touch it and go in the room. So I step back. Having just fallen into a pit, I move back pretty quickly. Because,
Okay. You move back to Camdu, who wasn't in the doorway.
Yeah, I move back to Candu.
Can you
Okay.
tell me what?
I say there's something weird in there and I'm worried because I think it might hurt me.
Okay.
Okay, so what does Camdu do?
Camden moves forward and has a look.
There's a shimmering field.
Okay, she's gonna whack it with her axe.
Okay.
At least you can see that it's shimmering and reflecting light and.
Yeah, 9 plus 6, 15.
Okay, your axe goes into it. Roll damage.
12 plus 3, 15.
Okay, and then give me a strength check.
Strength check.
Are you within 10 feet of me?
Oh, a natural
Never mind.
20. 20 plus 3,
Yeah.
23.
They seem to want to try to pull your axe out of your hands, but you managed to pull the axe back.
Okay.
So it seems the room wanted to eat your axe.
This one to eat my axe.
Mm-hmm.
So I would know what this is, wouldn't I?
You've not faced a gelatinous cube either.
I haven't? Oh, okay then. I
This
wouldn't
group
know
has
what
not.
it is. Okay. Even if I did a religion roll?
You
or
could
a
do
nature
a
roll?
nature roll might tell you, but you'll spend your action actually attacking instead of identifying.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
It's like attack first, identify later.
Yeah, that's how I work. It's alright. Can I move back?
You
or
can move back.
I will move back away.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a different inspector.
And then you all see the thing of the cube pushing through the doorway.
Pushing towards us.
Yes.
After she hit it with an axe.
Yeah.
Okay.
As it engulfs your dream.
I run.
It's action. You've had your action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
I
move
forgot you
back.
do it in
It's
turn.
initiative, yeah. It's initiative.
Yeah, it's still something I'm
You move back
learning.
already, so
Yeah.
you're out of the way.
Yeah.
So Yodri gets to make a dexterity saving throw.
How far is your tree away?
Okay, I'm going to use a reroll on that, if possible.
You use a reroll on that.
I'll just be back in a couple of seconds.
Really?
Getting a 20.
20. Okay, so you now get to choose if you're pushed back or to the side.
Could I try to close the door?
Yes, you can, and get engulfed in the process.
In that case, I'll get pushed back.
Okay. So you get pushed back as it pushes into your square and then continues to push. It can move 15 feet. You can't actually move to the intersection, so you're the only person who gets shoved back 15 feet. Because everyone else retreated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because I haven't acted yet.
Wait, it can be retreat?
Yeah, after I hit it.
Mm.
That's why it came out the door.
Fair enough.
So it is now Sheriff's turn. There is a cube of
Jelly.
jelliness
Yeah.
shimmering towards you.
Can I
Shimmy, shimmy,
move a little bit forwards and then try and investigate it?
You can.
Okay.
What would you like to investigate on it? What it tastes like? How it feels
Give it
when
a
you
big
when you give it a
lick.
rub?
Yeah.
I don't know how to identify this thing.
Well, you've seen it move. You probably recognise from stories. Just seeing it not moving doesn't say much. Seeing it actually moving, you would think it's a gelatinous cube at this stage.
Oh, okay.
But until it actually moves, it's very hard to tell what it is.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, unhappy.
Yeah. You know, buddy.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, he's starting to stress himself out now.
Yeah. So we've got to get him something to de-stress him again.
Are you gonna be sick up there in a minute?
No, that's not his. I'm going to be sick. It's the I'm unhappy.
Yeah, I'm not happy with what's happening. at the
And
moment.
I'm looking quite a lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he's very stressed.
Luckily, we don't see all the licking on video.
Yeah, lucky.
He's just out of
Yeah,
frame.
Just out of frame.
Just
He
out of
looks
frame.
at that. Ooh.
I angled that camera perfectly.
You did.
Yeah.
But we can't see his king up on his perch.
Sometimes the king doesn't need to be
It's
watched
so
all the time.
He gets to watch without being seen.
Exactly.
Can I use vicious mockery and mock it?
Sure.
Then I like to use my
I'm gonna mock the jelly.
reaction for when it attacks someone.
Okay.
So I believe you have to state reactions beforehand.
You reactions. If you're gonna give up your action to have a reaction, yes. But you're using your action to cast vicious mockery, I believe.
I thought it was action and a reaction is different.
Reactions happen outside your turn, so most of the reaction is attack of opportunity. If you want to use an action as a reaction, you have to state that as your action on your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's a bonus action then?
A bonus action is some things can be done with a bonus action.
Because I thought reaction was it takes place of a bonus action.
It does not. You can use some of your bonus actions to give yourself reaction effects.
Right,
But you have to
for instance,
actually-
like my bonus action for like my golden arrow is it can light up as a
Yep.
bonus action.
Yeah.
Its reaction is when it's shot, it does thundering hooves. That's a type of reaction, I think.
Well, I'll vicious mockery it anyway. But
Okay.
I'll look up the reaction thing because I think I'm misunderstanding that, so I should probably read it.
So you throw out a string of insults.
Yes. So it needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
As
The
long as
way-
it can hear you.
The way you
Oh, provided it can hear me. Yeah.
The way you reflect light is awful for my complexion.
Yes, exactly. That's pretty accurate.
And which is amusing because it doesn't say it's immune to sound.
Oh, sound.
So because it can hear him, it doesn't have to understand him. It just has to hear him. That is the trigger.
That's hilarious.
Apparently I've insulted it somehow.
Okay, so
That's great.
it gets a whole 6 to its saving throw
So that fails.
by quite a bit actually.
That means...
It takes psychic damage.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. So let's see. 5th level is 2d4. That's 5 damage. 5 psychic damage.
It takes 5 psychic damage. The type of damage is important. Okay, so now we're up to Yodri, who finally gets to go after it's been pushing you this whole time.
Okay, I am going to disengage.
Monitor, call, and open vet in the morning. They're not open.
And
They're not open tomorrow.
then use
You also
chill
just
touch.
drink, so-
Okay, so you're going to use chill touch on it?
Yeah. So, but basically, I want to get out of its.
What's the emergency button?
Yeah, that's
So
why
is
I
that,
called
does it go as
Ravine
fast
to
as
see
the
if I should take
blob,
them to emergency
the
advice.
1960s blob, or is it like the?
It
Fine.
seems to be
Fine.
fairly slow.
Okay, so it's not the fast version. Good.
Yeah, it seems to move fairly slow.
Okay.
It's like 200 rolls just to walk into it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do physical attacks to it because I don't want to be sucked into it.
Okay.
What is the rolling bloody 2s? I have rolled 3 2s in a row. I look impressive. Doing the chill touch
What other class do you
evocation, but
hit?
nothing happens.
You need to call out the number class you hit. If you say you roll a
7.
2, then the
No,
roll
I
is
got a
2,
7, which I think doesn't do anything.
which still hits, which is why you need to call out the number.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes,
I
a
didn't
7
expect that.
actually hits.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. If you don't actually call out what you get and try to determine it for me, then you will actually fail by choice, not because you actually failed.
I'm doing 8 necrotic. That's if it actually does anything to it.
Okay, and because it's a cantrip, have you actually increased the damage correctly at that point?
It's saying 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8 should be right.
And you rolled 2d8?
Yep.
Okay, so 8 damage?
Yep.
Okay. I was just checking.
Gee, you must have min that pretty low for 2d8.
Well,
I rolled a
it's
3
about-
and a 5.
It's about average.
Yeah.
And then Chauvel finally gets to go at the bottom of the...
No!
Show them your fiery presence.
I'm gonna stay at a distance.
It's Chauvel.
Oh, Chauvel, sorry. I thought it was me. No, I went already. I ran away.
You ran away. Chauvel hasn't
Bonus
acted yet.
action.
Forgive me for being slightly distracted.
Oh, rude.
Valve
I'm a bit
immunity.
distracted as well.
Whatever the fuck it is, it's
No,
now
it's
my
fine.
favorite.
Okay.
It's now my.
And does Val work on something specific?
You can utter a vow of immunity against a creature you can see within 10 feet.
Okay, so you can see it, and it is a creature.
You gain advantage on your attack rolls against the creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 or falls unconscious.
Okay.
I'm going to slash it.
You move up and start slashing at it.
It's shimmery and awkward and pushing the party around. So,
It's very pushy.
The party around.
doesn't matter. It's coming at us and it's scary. Ooh, God. I think I hit. 24.
24 is definitely a hit.
Yes.
It's a shame we don't have the
I know.
crit thing in Pathway Pathfinder.
yeah,
That would be
it's-
awesome.
Hey, you're almost like a 3rd level crit.
Yeah.
I've beaten it by 2.
Might Divine Smite at a 1st level as well. Which is an extra 2d8. Too many dice. Too many dice.
Yeah, since when have you thought too many dice were never enough?
When it's used against him.
Yes.
I have to go now. It's now 6
Thanks
o'clock.
for coming.
Thanks for joining in, Ross, and staying as long as you could.
Yep.
And yes,
We'll
you.
try not to let you die.
Oh no, I think we basically should just outrun it.
Yeah. Probably.
Just keep on slashing it.
You could almost limp away from it and still outrun it.
Probably.
Yep. So outrunning a strawberry jam.
And there is this nice, pit trap not too far away.
Yeah, but I just got a sneaking suspicion it'll just fill it up.
Very much so.
Oh, fuck, it's an extra D8.
I'll make it an even worse trap. A gelatinous
Yeah.
pit trap. Because it is the exact same size as the pit trap.
Okay. I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, thank you for playing, Ross.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Alright. And rerolling ones and twos. Alright, so reroll those 3. That's a bit better. 9. 20, 28. 31 points of damage to the big blobby thing.
31 points of
Slashing.
damage. Okay.
Oh. And sorry, if it's that, then it's sorry.
All good.
The green was my smite, so it's 12,
Slashing.
18, 21 points of slashing,
21 points of slashing.
10 points of radiant. I'm assuming it's not a fiend or undead.
No, it is ooze.
It is ooze, yeah.
And 10 points of radiant.
Yeah, then 10 points of radiant.
Easy.
Very oozy. And that's all your action?
I can swing it.
You swing at it again.
But it's still standing.
Though I'd say strength check on your
Oh, yeah,
after your
okay.
first swing.
Sure. I'm going to take a reroll on that one.
One of the table rerolls.
Mm-hmm. 17.
Yep, you have no problem pulling the sword out.
Okay, so then rolling again for second attack. Yep, back up. 16.
16 is a hit.
Same again.
Would have been a critical hit in Pathfinder.
80 is probably not the best.
Yep.
So, continuing to slash at it.
It's worse than a wall, which has a higher armor class.
Yeah, great.
So it's actually harder to hit a square than it is to hit this creature.
That's hilarious.
Alright, so that's my smitey smite. 10, 25, 28 points of slashing damage.
28 points.
Mm-hmm. And another 7 radiant.
Okay, and then there is this huge splash as bits of gelatinous material fly everywhere as it just collapses upon itself.
Oh, you're welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
I killed the big oozy thing that was coming towards us.
You managed to defeat the ooze.
Did use 2 first level slots for that. I'm really running low.
You really didn't need to.
And that's okay, then he comes across at the fiends and the undead and is like,
Yeah,
Oops.
pretty much.
Who's ready for a long rest? The paladin is.
well, at this stage, a long rest will set you back about 16, 18 hours at least.
Yeah, because we've only just come off the long
Yeah.
rest. That's why we're still exploring.
Yeah.
Well, everyone needs to stop running into things that
You need to
Want
stop. You had to go at me for wasting slots.
I'm saving the party with my slots.
You didn't even let the rest of the party do anything.
Good. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing then.
No one else died.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's gelatinous cube.
You did try to eat Yodri.
Yeah, but that's your tree. And it's there. It's not here. Oh.
The amusing thing is you can actually walk right into these things.
Yeah.
I mean, Calcrease was this close. Ooh, shimmery thing. Pink.
I'm just talking with a home vet.
Yeah.
Just believe them, see whether or not they apparently will come out to your place for $80.
Mm-hmm.
That's not too
Well,
bad.
that's not too bad.
Well, you get $20 off the first visit.
Oh, cool.
It's normally
Still a
$99.
Still $100 for a phone call is
It's-
pretty good.
Comparable to the vets.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's cheaper than going to the referral hospital too. That's like
Yeah.
$300 just to walk in the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then they
That
don't
happened
always
with
look after the
Bastion.
animal.
I diagnosed him as constipated when he was in fact going through renal failure.
And
They missed a big one.
because last time someone I know who took their dog there, and they were like, "We have insurance. We'll pay anything. Just look after our dog."
Yeah.
They kept hounding them about how are you gonna pay, and
Yeah.
they're like, "We're two gay guys. We have money." Like
They were very strongly focused on money in Fishwick.
Oh, my goodness.
But in Gungahlin, they seemed to be a bit less money focused. Like, they were willing to give me advice over the phone.
Yeah. Fishwick pay first, look after animals
Yeah, they
second.
Oh, my God.
And if you don't pay first, they don't look after the animal.
Mm.
the Fishwick animal referral is awful, and I'm glad that Gungahlin is an option, but we really need another one in Toronto.
Well, Fishwick is closed down this weekend due to overwork for COVID. So Gungahlin's our only option.
There's that as well.
Would you be up to talking to a vet if they call us?
Yeah, I could. They're gonna call my number.
If I give them your number.
Okay, I'll make sure it's not going. Are they gonna call now?
Just a second.
Because they can. I can pause the recording for a little bit.
Just want to pause, happy to pause.
Yeah. She's going to call you right away to organise a vet visit.
Give me a sec.